We just wrapped up week 5 of UCLA 425 Best Practices in Social Media, and we're here with our two guest speakers, Beth Mansfield from Carl's Jr. at Carl's Jr. and at Beth Mansfield on Twitter, and Babette Pepaj from Bakespace at Bakespace. Hey Beth, let me begin with you. Tell me, what goes into making a successful social media promotion or contest or giveaway?
You really need to have a clear vision. What are your goals? You have to know, is this to increase our Facebook likes? Is this to increase engagement? Is it to get retweets? You really have to have that set before you start anything. Definitely do your due diligence and see what the legal rules are, and make it fun and easy for people to win, or at least feel like they have a chance to win.
I think transparency is key. If a player feels like they're not only in the running, but they know sort of where they stand in position, how far it is for them to actually win, or where the other players are, I think that's super important. I think a lot of people just assume that adding an email address is engagement enough because you're able to email those people later on. But there's something fun about gamification and having that competitive spirit that I think a lot of campaigns lack. But I think transparency is really the key. You can have them compete against each other, but if they don't really know who they're competing with, there's very little value there. And then I also think that making sure your goals align with whatever publisher or whatever brand you're working with. So make sure that the items you're giving away or the prizes that they're winning really complement the community. They don't sort of go against the grain of what your community wants. And also, don't underestimate small items. We can't believe how many cookbooks we can give away and people will like on Facebook, or people will share that information. It may be only a few dollars, but just the excitement of getting that cookbook in the mail. I think, people don't have to give some of these big ticket items. They can start with some small items so that anyone who really has a chance to win. And also, it's not a big investment for a brand to try to sort of put their foot in the pool and try it.
What does it take to work effectively with bloggers? What are a few tips or morsels of wisdom when it comes to blogger relations?
Bloggers love for you to comment on their story. I go in, and if I see something, even if it's not about the brands that I'm working with, I'll let them know it's a great story, or it's interesting, or I love bacon. Whatever it is, I'll just leave a note with, my real name, Beth Mansfield, and not from the brand. But then also what I try to do to create these relationships and really make them beneficial to the bloggers is that if they write something about us, good or bad, it gets retweeted. The dynamic has changed with the media. It used to be, all right, we would give the media a newspaper reporter information, and they may or may not share it with their readers. Now it's bloggers who might find out about a new product, and it hasn't even been launched in our restaurants. It's only in a test, and they will have scooped everyone because they find out that we've been testing a foot-long cheeseburger or whatever crazy thing we've come up with. But once we start validating their work by retweeting it, by posting it on Facebook, by liking it on our Pinterest page, and posting it there, we really do get some of the deepest relationships, because their ultimate goal is to increase traffic on their site.
So I think when you're dealing with bloggers, if you understand that this is their baby, it's not a job that somebody paid them to do. Obviously, they probably want to be paid for it eventually, or they would like to evolve this into a bigger brand. But to understand that their passion is really what drives them. I think is key. And also understanding that if they're trying to evolve their blog into a brand, they have goals and they have things that they want to achieve. So if you come to the table as sort of a partnership, as opposed to just being, here's our press release, write about us, and look for ways to really integrate them into your campaigns, I think you'll probably be very successful in reaching bloggers in a really organic way.